This is the final day of competition for the Hard Times 10-Ball Showdown, and our last semi-final match will feature two of the legends of the sport. My name is Noel Zarate, Francisco Bustamante, and Antonio Lining about to square off. Pero bago po natin simulan yan, Champ, alam naman natin na kayong dalawa ni Nicoy, marami na kayong napagdaan ng mga gera na magkakasama. Pero ngayon kayong dalawa magkatunggali. Ano naman pumapasok sa isipan nyo dito sa paglaban nyo sa iyong kaibigan?
Ako naman natutuwa dahil si Nicoy, alam mo naman yan, matagal ko na rin na naging barkada yan, tsaka nagkatimpa kami yan sa Busan, so nag-gold kami doon. So para sa akin naman, tuwan-tuwa naman ako dahil nakaharap ko uli siya sa tournament. Kasi sa ibang bansa, bihira kami magkaharap eh. So eto, at least, yung isa sa amin, parehas kaming nagbibilyar pa. Yun ang maganda ron.
Bata pa naman kayong dalawa eh. Well, hindi pa naman kayo senior eh. So pwede pa, no?
So pwede pa kami. May talo pa sila sa amin.
Ganun ba? O ikaw, Nicoy, alam naman natin si Django, matagal mo na rin nakasama rito. Nabanggit nga niya, magkasama kayo sa Busan. Ano naman pumapasok sa isipan niyo na kayong dalawa pa maglalaban sa semis at isa sa inyo malalaglag pa dito?
Ay, okay lang naman sa amin yun. Talagang hindi naiiwasan naman yung minsan nagkakatapat. Yung bang ini-enjoy na lang namin.
Oo.
Yung paglalaro namin.
Mas na-enjoy namin yung mga joke mo kanina eh. Makakasaksi ba tayo ng mga ibang joke mo habang naglalabang kayong dalawa ni Django mamaya?
Siguro pagkatapos na lang ng laro namin.
Okay. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the two legends will be going at it for a place in the final. Francisco Bustamante versus Antonio Lining. This is semifinals match number 2 and the Hard Times 10-Ball Cup featuring Antonio Lining versus Francisco Bustamante. And great to have you back, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the semi-final of the Hard Times 10-Ball Cup. In just a few moments, we will find out who will be going up against Jeffrey Ignacio in the final. My name is Noel Zarate, speaking in straight English for our international audience, and AJ Ong is here, speaking in the vernacular for our Filipino audiences here and abroad.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Noel.
I just said you're speaking Filipino and you're speaking in English.
Good afternoon. Ganun ba?
Our legendary maestro referee, Ramon Mistica, is doing the racking right now. So it appears that Francisco Bustamante has won the lag. This is a race to 8 winners break. And the winner goes up against Jeffrey Ignacio in a race to 9 for the first ever Hard Times 10-Ball Cup. So how is our international audience doing?
Yes, we have John Lim, Leslie Tan, Jung Zhao, and of course Robin Hood Cruz with us from Australia.
And this will be a dry break to open up matters here. These are two friends. They're actually born in the same year, both 1963. They have been campaigning together for several decades already. And Antonio Lining, as Mr. Bustamante mentioned earlier, he and Django were teammates representing the Philippines way back in 2002 in the Asian Games. And if you're familiar with that tournament, and we're going to see a push out here from Nicoy, if you're familiar with that tournament, it is so difficult to win a gold medal if you're not from China, Korea, Japan. I mean, but they were able to get it done in 2002 in the 9-balls doubles against Korea in Korea.
Yung ba yung kinakwento mo nung isang araw?
Yes, they were the teammates there.
Yung may tumutunog pa?
Yes, we actually witnessed that as Francisco Bustamante tried the 1-ball but missed.
Early miss, no? Dito sa...
Well, these two gentlemen were here very early today, exchanging stories, and the gentleman at the table had so many jokes. I mean, he looks like, if you know Antonio Lining, he looks like he's very serious, but he's one of the funniest guys you're ever going to meet.
Good afternoon, Tim Burbidge, Henry Camantique, And Joy Renting.
There we go. The sexy Ting is watching us right now.
The sexy thing. That's
Yeah.
right.
Good safety here, played by Antonio Lining. He's forcing Django into a jump shot, and he's going to oblige him.
He's going to swerve.
He's going to massay this.
Yeah, real first. Ooh, foul.
Yeah, so Francisco Bustamante actually won the lag, and usually in a winner's break, you win the lag and you make a ball on the break. Things could start going your way, but in this case, this open layout could belong to Leaning with the ball in hand here on the 1. And the 2 ball is right in the immediate area code.
JR Kalinisan, sabi niya, is there a clip of that tournament dun sa may Busan?
You can probably look for it on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm sure they have everything on YouTube. But this was the 2002 Asian Games in Busan, Korea. It was the finals in the 9-ball doubles event. That was the only gold medal that the Philippines got in billiards. Or that was the only medal that the Philippines got in billiards, courtesy of these 2 gentlemen in the 9-ball doubles. So it looks like Mr. Leaning is off to a good start here. This is going to be an easy rack for him to put away. No issues, no balls tied up. They were actually proud to when I was asking them, you're not senior citizens yet. They aren't yet.
They aren't yet, yes.
They're-
Pati yung paglaro nila,
Yeah.
malayo. Nakakasabay pa sa mga bata.
That's
ngayon.
right. Nikoy turns 58 on March 9. And Django Bustamante turns 58 on December 29.
Yun. Well, kitang-kita naman na 'di ba, yung laban nila Marvin Pastor and Django kahapon.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Pinakitahan tayo ng malulupit na mga tira.
Veteran moves.
Veteran moves, ika nga.
Yeah.
Tsaka sino yung kalaban ni Django nung gumawa siya ng bank 4-rail bank
Oh,
ata
that must
yun?
have been Mark E.J. Cunanan
Mark Cunanan.
in the round of 16.
Grabe yun. Kaya kung hindi nyo pa napapanood nyo, i-replay nyo na yung labang yun. Antonio Lining, 4 balls away for win number 1 dito. Oo, lagaring gagawin niya dito.
Successful international campaigns in different countries. Like Nicole leading here at the table, he's actually very, very well known in Japan. While Francisco Bustamante has made Germany his home. It's interesting to note also that these 2 gentlemen have had great success in the international arena, but representing, or not really representing, but staying in different countries. Like Nicole leaning at the table right now, he is actually very, very well known in Japan. And was actually, he was the champion of the Japan Open way back in 2006. And Francisco Bustamante has made Germany his second home.
Actually, marunong ata mag-German itong si Idol, no?
Of course. And Nicole also speaks Japanese.
Galing.
Nicole
There you go.
leaning takes rack number 1 in this race to 8 winner's break. And of course, Antonio Leaning got to this point by defeating Jericho Banyares in the round of 16 before going up against Raymond Faraon, who had a heavy break. This kid, Raymond Faraon, uses his break like a weapon, but wasn't able to get it done against Antonio Leaning. And here he is now in the semifinal. One of these 2 gentlemen will go on to face Jeffrey Ignacio in the final, and that will happen right after this match. That'll be a race to 9. So in this race to 8, Antonio Leaning is breaking in rack number 2. And this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Rapa Commercial, and Hard Times Sports Bar in Quezon City, of course. That's the reason why we're having the Hard Times 10-ball cup is because the new billiard haven in the metropolis is finally open.
Yun, Hard Time Sports Bar. And mukhang safety na naman dito.
So, how is our international audience doing right now, Mr. AJ Ong, who will be playing in the Quezon City Open?
Hindi pa sure doon, syempre. Alright, so we have Wilson Yamashita. Pero
Mhm.
Pinoy siya.
Okay.
Ayan. Pero Yamashita. Good afternoon. Sereno Albin. King
Mhm.
Ageds. We have Dr. June Villon watching with us.
Hey, Doc J. Yes.
And from Tim Burbage, leaning reminds me of the guy Romy. Who's Romy?
Please elaborate, sir. And if it's a joke, inform us too.
Yeah, and he says that Bustamante is always the most relaxed when it comes to playing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's such a laid-back demeanor here. He's also a very funny guy. I guess that's one of the trademarks also of the Filipino players is that they always try to, they're very soft-spoken, but they're very, very funny when you get to know them. I'm sure some of our fans from abroad have actually either played against one of these two gentlemen or have spent time with one of these two gentlemen, and you will find out that, yeah, they may be soft-spoken and a little laid-back, but boy, are they funny guys.
Lalo na si Coach Monching Mystica.
Oh, Monching Mystica. That's another guy with a lot of stories.
Oo naman. Sarap kasama silang dalawa, no?
Yeah.
Kapag ano.
Ramon Mystica has got so many stories to share with us.
Oh, miss on that too.
Yeah, that's probably gonna sell out for Francisco Bustamante. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes like 10,000 rails on this one, but he might just take this rail first.
And we also have Rocky Alcazar and Jaynard Orque
Yeah.
with Noel Cachapero.
Oh, those are my idols. They're all here.
Mm. Romy is this older Filipino gentleman we play pool with
Okay.
against sometimes.
Okay.
That's from Tim Burbage.
All right. So I guess Tim has actually played against Antonio Leaning before? Well, I guess we're going to find out in just a few moments, right?
Yeah.
Django lands funny on the 4. He intended to hit it after making the 3 ball, did not make contact, and now he's in some kind of a bind.
Fred Jones,
Yeah.
this is a race 8.
It is a race 8, sir.
Yeah.
Winner's break. Semi-final round. So Francisco Bustamante will head to the boondocks. And you can hear Ramon Mystica going, good safety. Yeah, you got a referee. He actually did some commentator work as well, our referee Ramon Mystica. So it sort of comes out every now and then when he's doing the refereeing chores here.
Yeah. Narinig ko nga yun. Sino nga ba nagkwento nun kagabi?
He said that.
Siya nagsabi rin. Tsaka may nagsabi rin, si Dennis po.
Oh, yeah.
Oo,
yeah,
kinuwento
yeah.
niya.
Well, this is going to be a jump shot now for Antonio Leaning. Good contact on the 4. And what shape is Django going to be for this shot? It looks like a 4-5 combination.
Or is safety behind the 9?
Mm-hmm.
We shall see.
It's nice to watch these two old friends go at it. I mean, Nicoy was right. And when they compete abroad, when they go through their tours, they hardly go up against each other because of the bracketing.
So Tim Burbage played with Jeff, but not with Antonio Leaning.
Oh, okay. Jeff De Luna.
Jeff Ignacio.
Oh, Jeffrey Ignacio. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when you play against Nicoy, I got to warn you, he's got a lot of jokes. And you're going to get thrown off by some of his jokes sometimes.
And we have Audie Kurt Bustamante watching from Arizona.
Okay. How any relation to the
Django?
champ? Yeah. Because we do have a player here at Sharks. His name is Jumbo Bustamante. No relation to Django at all, but he is Jumbo. Good contact. Tries to hide behind the 6. That's not gonna work. That's gonna
Yeah.
sell out the whole rack now.
Nung pag-tira pa lang ni Django, alam niya, ay nako, gumanon siya.
Yeah.
Alam niyang yung lalabas dun sa sais, yung pato.
Yeah. Both gentlemen were here early. Mr. Leaning actually shared some donuts. We were sharing some donuts earlier. There's a donut store not too far from here.
Daya nyo naman.
And Coach Monching and I actually had a good treat as well before we entered the building for kuchinta with nyog.
Kutsinta.
Yeah.
Oh. Mahilig ka pala sa kakanin, na.
No, he was the one he treated us actually.
Wow. Hinihintay na lang natin yung pizza natin. Kung sino mananalo sa sa finals.
Jeffrey Ignacio is on his way here.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is gonna be okay already for Nikoy.
Yeah.
Straight in here, so we might even just draw this back a bit just to get the 7.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a 2-0 here.
Yeah, just play 2 rails to get to the 8. Oh, so he actually made the cue ball run. He wants a bigger angle to get to the 8.
Not as much, I guess, but this will do.
So we're waiting for you guys to join us here. We do have quite a few watchers already here on our Facebook feed. Just tell us where you're watching us from so we can acknowledge you.
Good afternoon, Al Hamza Al Samari.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for the stream, guys. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
watching. Yeah, I think we had a conversation with that gentleman yesterday,
Yeah, last night.
asking about what time this would start, and here we are. So he's very straight now on this 8 ball, and the 9 ball's all the way down. Not quite sure if he's completely straight or he needs to manufacture it. He's not happy with the way he landed on this 8.
Or maybe he's just going to settle for a cut here on the 9.
Yeah, that's a long ways down, though. He does have a bit of an angle. He's playing this with top, so he's going to go 2 rails.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, this is a standard 9-foot table. Imagine if you had that problem on a 10-foot table.
Yun, malaki yun.
Yeah.
Shoutout dito kay Alvin Sereno from Washington, USA.
I wonder what time it is. Is it Washington State or Washington, D.C.? Because if it's Washington State, yeah, it's about a little past midnight. If it's Washington, D.C., that's like near 4 in the morning already. Nikoy leaning this 10 ball to give him a 2-0 advantage in this race to 8 semifinal of the Hard Times 10 Ball Cup.
2-0. Oh, ang dami
Yeah, I'm sure.
comment dito. Pero,
Yeah.
syempre, babasahin natin yan isa-isa. Pero bago yan, maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Dehadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Timog, Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar.
So Antonio leaning now to break. Leading 2 racks to nothing here in rack number 3. This break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. And lo and behold, a dry break for Nikoy. Here comes Django.
And shout out to Engelbert Brillante from Palawan, Winifredo Alvarez, Ramon Velez, who else? Oh, Jose Haen.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Sir Jose from Tarlac. Miguel Ferrer from Oak Harbor, Washington. And who else? We have Benedict Mendoza Yape from Australia.
Well, Django just made a bank shot that opened up the entire table right now. So this layout should be favorable for him. Just needs to control the cue ball, now getting to the 3, which is on the top rail. Now, like surgery. Going around that clump to get perfect position on the 3.
Yeah, nice shot. Kevin Garnett, ang pangalan niya. Kevin Garnett.
Yep.
Shout out sa Tinolas Mafia ng Del Mundo likers ng Sharks Billiards and
Hey.
Hard Times.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there's actually a club that says Sharks Likers.
No, hindi naman. Yung Tinolas Mafia ng
Okay.
Del Mundo. Yeah, likers daw sila ng Sharks and
Okay.
Hard
Okay.
Times.
I thought there was a group called Sharks Likers. That would have been cool.
And Sir Rommel Surebreed.
There you go.
Yeah, from Batangas. Solid Sharkanatic.
Yeah, Francisco Bustamante, his only tough shot was making the back shot on the 1. Everything else is laid out very well for him.
And look at this. We have Miguelito.
Oh.
You should meet Rafael.
Friend of Rafael, huh?
Watching from Washington. Miguelito.
Is this Washington, D.C.? Because if it's Washington, D.C., it's like super early in the morning now. So Francisco Bustamante, hey guys, you're watching us here for the first time. We have a series of really cool events lined up for you. So just keep liking this page. If you haven't liked this page already, like it, so follow it. And we also have a YouTube channel, so subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. You get to see all of the events, the past events as well.
That's right.
There's this one particular match in the Origin Cup, which is a tournament we held a few weeks back, where Dennis Orculio and Ronnie Alcano had the sickest match that you'll ever see.
Yes.
That for me was like so far the match of the year.
Winifredo Alvarez, sino po waiting sa finals? Si
Jeffrey Ignacio. Yeah. Going back to the Origin Cup that I was talking about, that was in the semifinal. Dennis Orculio versus Ronnie Alcano. You watch that one. That's like pool heaven right there. As Django Bustamante finally gets the score here in the semifinals. This is a race to 8. Antonio still leading 2 racks to 1.
And a huge shout out to Django's family here in Germany.
Oh, there you go.
From Mila Arante.
What part of Germany? So we can acknowledge where you're watching us from. But of course, Django did spend a lot of time in Germany. In fact, he was telling us a story. I don't know if you know this, but Django Bustamante does not know how to drive a motor car. Does not know how to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So he took some lessons in Germany. Cost him over $1,000, and after 3 lessons, he just quit.
Wait, we have a question from Alhamza here.
Uh-huh.
Noel.
Yes, sir.
You're playing later tonight, right? We get
Me?
to see your skills.
Me?
Alhamza, yeah. From Alhamza.
Where am I playing?
Sharks 9 ball?
No, I'm the broadcaster of Sharks 9 Ball. If I play, then no one's going to be speaking up here.
That's right.
Yeah. I would love to play, though. If you're going to the Philippines, AJ and I can take you on a billiards tour here. It's actually only one place that we go to. It's Hard Time Sports Bar.
Yeah.
And this place, of course. There's going to be a push-out. So again, these are 2 friends who have known each other very well. So this push-out doesn't really show the 1 ball. But Django might even take this on. So I was thinking, why did my friend give me this? What is he expecting to do if I give it back to him? All right, he gave it back to Nikoy because Nikoy pushed it out to a spot where Django can't see the ball. If he made a mistake, we'll find out now. If he made a mistake.
Maraming salamat kay Francis Almario na laging nanonood araw-araw.
Mm-hmm. No relation to Aris?
Oo nga, no?
Yeah.
May player kasi kaming pangalan, Aris Almario, baka magkamag-anak kayo.
It was a foul. So it was a mistake for Nicoy to put it in that spot. He wanted to show the one ball, but unfortunately he rolled it the wrong way. Now Francisco Bustamante has ball in hand on a layout that presents no real issues. Yeah, the biggest issue probably here is the 5 and the 8, but this can be developed. Actually, Francisco's already looking at it right now.
You're very welcome, Norman Santos. Sabi niya, thanks for the live stream. Very clear. Tapos parang like ringside daw.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Watching from New Zealand.
That's the way we want to make it look, as if you're actually here in this building. And for those of you wondering, this building is actually 2 floors. There's the area where they're playing, and then there's our area where the technical team and the commentators sit. There's a small balcony that overlooks all of that. So I would venture to say that this entire place is really small. Now here's the key shot. Landing on the 5. Looks like Django might be playing this as a bank. Yeah. He's going to bank the 5. One of the best bank shot players in the world.
Nice shot.
Nice. That's like par for the course for this gentleman.
6 passes to the 10. You gotta draw back for the 7 on the side. No.
Almost.
Okay, so he's gonna take it on the side, but yeah, he's gonna leave an angle for the 7.
Yeah, probably go 1 rail. Maybe even 2 the way he's queuing. Oh no, he just killed it. Yeah, 1 rail.
Yun nga yung pag sisipat niya sa bola, parang di mo mahulaan kung anong gagawin.
Yeah. You're thinking, what is this? Is it 6 o'clock or is it 3 o'clock? And then when he releases it, it's different.
Yun na nga. This 10 ball for a tie. Tie at 2.
Now you have to remember also when Django went up against Marvin Pastor yesterday in the quarterfinals, the 21-year-old Marvin Pastor actually had a 5-3 lead in that race to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then he never won again.
Yun, nakahabol na tong si Idol.
In the case of Antonio Lining against Raymond Faraon, he just capitalized on the fact that yes, Raymond Faraon was breaking strong, but was not making anything on the break. Whereas Antonio Lining would have the more precise breaks. He'd make 1 or 2 balls every time, and Raymond Faraon saw 20% of the table. I mean, in terms of if we can use a football term, time of possession, Antonio Lining led that one 80% to 20%. So Raymond Faraon never had a shot, really. So they disposed of the 2 youngsters, and here they are, tied at 2. Here in rack number 5, with this break by Francisco Bustamante. Brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Europa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. Good scatter as usual, but like it was when he went up against Marvin Pastor, Francisco's break produces nothing.
Ayan, mga kaibigan, batiin natin ang naghihintay na lang sa finals. Itong si Jeffrey Ignacio, kasama natin ngayon.
He's in the building or he's...
Hindi, dito sa ating chat.
He should be in the building by now.
Baka mamayang konti, papunta na rin yan dito. Good evening from Maui, Hawaii. So how did Bustamante got the name Django? It's Django.
Yeah.
Kasi nakalagay dito, Jungle.
It's Django.
It's Django, sir.
DJANGO.
Yes, from Randy Lagmay Rabanal.
All right. The urban legend is we of course I haven't asked it, but the urban legend is that Francisco was a big cowboy fan. I mean, he would like to watch westerns when he was a youngster, and he took to liking this certain character in one of the western shows called Django. So he just started calling himself Django. This was way before he became a billiard player. So when he became a billiard player, they were asking, "What do you want to be called?" He said, "Django." So there's the legend. Nice shot there by
Yun na nga.
Francisco.
Di mo akalain eh. No?
Yeah. He caroms the 4 ball, but creates a problem here with the 10. Now, offensively, he might not be able to do something, but this should be a really precise save.
So, from Eduardo Zabat Lorenzo, he used to play with a cigarette hanging from his lip like Django.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. So that's the character.
So, iniisip pa rin niya dito kung anong gagawin niya sa uno.
Yeah, there is a safety here. You can actually send the 1 ball up table and then hide the cue ball behind the 5 and the 8.
Yeah, ganun dapat
That's what he
sana
wanted.
mangyayari.
Yeah, but he's going to sell this entire table out now. Now, looking at the layout, yeah, they're pretty close together, but each ball has its own pocket. In fact, the 5 and the 8 are going into the same pocket as it lies right now. So he gets the 1 on the side, 2 on the corner, 3 to the opposite corner. So it's pretty much like target practice. Take the 1 on the side now. The 3 on the side, rather. Pop back gets the 5 on the corner. 6 on the opposite corner. 7 to the side. Everything's got its own pocket now. So how are you guys doing again out there? We're going to answer your questions if we can, really. At least we know the urban legend about Django. Straight in on the 6, he's just going to draw this back.
Shout out.
There,
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
To Non Dequinia.
Say that again?
Dequinia
Yeah.
from Bacoor, Cavite.
All right.
And from Kevin Fort from Thailand.
Which part of Thailand are you from, sir?
Kevin Fort.
I actually missed the Sukhumvit district already in Thailand. It's everywhere you go, you can have a massage.
Sarap naman nun. Ano bang klaseng massage yan?
You're in Thailand, so what do you think? It's the Thai massage.
Is it going to be a Secret Service massage or what?
No, that's Walter Moreno stuff. I'm talking about the legit stuff. I guess he's watching too, isn't he?
Okay.
I'm sure some of our Sharks fans are going to react to that, right? 10 ball in the corner now for a 3-2 lead for Antonio Nicoy Lining. I think there was a fan yesterday asking why he's called Vice. And I actually end up calling him Vice now. I used to just call him straight up Nicoy, but he's known as Vice, this gentleman Antonio Lining, because he was elected as the vice president of a billiards association.
Oh.
That's how simple it is. I thought he was like a
Okay.
public official over in Mindoro province where he was from, but He was just elected vice president of one of the billiards associations here, and the name Vice just sort of stuck.
Yeah, what particular...
I forgot. Mr. Mystica would know what that is because he's a member of that as well. There you go. Nicoy Lining, we call him Vice.
Prince Paul Santos.
Yeah.
Hindi ko nababasahin pero natawa ako doon.
Was that for Walter as well?
Yes.
Okay. Save it for Walter. He's actually on tonight, so... This break by Antonio Lining is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Times Sports Bar. Oh, gets lucky on the 9 that time. And this could be a manageable layout for him as well. You'd probably think, coming in that Francisco Bustamante would have the advantage in the breaks between these two gentlemen, but the two breaks that Django's done so far have not yielded any balls.
Yeah, produced
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. All right.
And we have Ate Sol Clemente watching with us. Kamusta na sa hard times? Mukhang nasa hard times na sila ngayon.
You call her ate? I think she still looks like she's like she's in her 20s.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Ate Sol, oh. Mukhang 20 plus ka pa lang.
She looks like she's still in her 20s.
No doubt, 'di ba? Pero
Yeah.
syempre paggalang ko kay Ate Sol.
She should call you Kuya.
Really?
Nice drop. Good position on the 2. So Bustamante's got this layout to work with.
Ito, shoutout kay JP Ramos, Rudes San Diego, Lloyd Matining. So si Nicoy daw, uncle daw niya.
Oh, okay. Lloyd, right?
Matining.
Lloyd. Okay. Still has enough on the 4, or does he? He just stopped suddenly.
And from Chris Natugil, belated happy birthday to Rose Ann, asawa ni Chris Natugil.
Okay.
Ayun.
Belated happy birthday. Yeah, Django, the cue ball skidded on him, obviously, and he's offline now here on the 4. So he can still hit the 4. Not quite sure if he can make it unless he cheats the pocket.
Look at that.
Didn't have to cheat the pocket, so it
Nicely
wasn't
done.
frozen on the 6. So he can see enough of this 5 to get it up in the corner.
Aba, marami palang may uncle dito kay kay Nicoy Lining.
Really?
Pati itong si Ryan Yamzon. Pero batiin din natin si Commissioner Koy Koy Orimako.
That's my guy. That's my boy. Koy Koy Orimako is my boy.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, hello from Oxford. Oxford Street
Yeah.
in Cubao, Quezon City.
Thought he was on his way to hard times.
Mukhang on the way na nga.
Yeah.
Oh, a miscue, I think.
Yeah, that sounded really funny.
Oh no, it's gonna
Oh,
be a
funny.
super
Yeah.
sellout
Yeah.
here for Antonio Lining.
Django with an unforced error. Yeah, it sounded strange coming off his tip.
Sir Noel, Thailand many change oil shops, sabi ni
Oh, really?
Sexy Ting.
Okay. Yeah.
Nako, ito na naman tayo sa mga bilyarista jokes natin.
Oh, would you stop? Jericho Banyares is gonna join that. I tell you, he's just gonna show up and join.
Oh, pag laraman niyang may joke-joke na
Yeah,
naman.
do not do-
makikisali na naman
Yeah.
si Panday.
Yep. Do not summon Jericho Banyares' subconscious to this. Antonio Lining about to take a 4-2 lead in this race to 8. And he is now halfway to the goal against his good friend, Francisco Bustamante. So it is a 4-2 lead for Lining. The winner, of course, of this race to 8 will go up against Jeffrey Ignacio in the final.
And of course, we would like to thank Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process. Dehadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Timog, Quezon City. Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Ropa Commercial, Billiard Planet, and Hard Time Sports Bar.
This break by Nicoy Leading is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. A few tie-ups here to report for this break by Nicoy. The 5 and the 8 and the 6 and the 7 are tied up. It is a dry break, so Bustamante is at the table. Not a clean shot on the 1, and he will push out.
And from Ani Anopol, hello from United States of the Philippines.
I love it. I love it. You guys are getting funnier and funnier by the moment. Here's the push out.
Good afternoon, John Lee Legaspi.
Good afternoon.
And representing Greece, Stamatis Pool.
Oh, there you go. Good afternoon from the Philippines. I'm wondering what time it is over in your side of the world. It's almost 4 p.m. in the Philippines, so I would venture to say that over in Greece, it should be around 10 in the morning.
At ito nagpapa-shoutout na si Sol Clemente from Hard Times family in Quezon City.
Yeah, the 20-year-old.
Ayun, so kung may katanungan kayo tungkol sa Hard Times, kung papareserve kayo ng mesa, eto po, Sol Clemente, just ask her.
Oh, that's gonna be a great safety if he had got it behind the 3. Now that looks like there's still a kick shot to the 1 for Nicoy Leaning.
From Gumtang, conservative versus aggressive.
Django, yeah, but Django changes gears though. I mean,
Paiba-iba rin minsan,
yeah,
no?
he may be aggressive on his break, but when it comes to table management, he also adjusts to his opponent. This was an aggressive one. Oh, I don't know if he didn't call the 10 though. But Django will.
Django will call this 10. Definitely.
One of the best one-pocket players in the world also, Francisco Bustamante. This is like a basic shot for him.
Yeah.
So that will be a win for Bustamante. 4-3, the lead still belongs to Antonio Leaning. But it will be Bustamante to break in rack number 8.
Greece, it's almost 10 in the morning.
See, as I said, almost 10 in the morning.
Having breakfast and watching the legends.
Yeah, that's great. You know, we would love to trade places with you right now.
Sa breakfast.
I would love to have breakfast in Greece. You can come here and watch the legends.
Ano ba masarap na kainin doon?
Usually, yeah, that's Mediterranean food, sir.
Meron ba tayo dito?
Yes, of course, we do have Greek restaurants in this country.
Pero dito sa malapit. Sa atin,
I gotta check. But I would love to have some gyros right around now.
Yeah, me too. 2 ball went in.
1-3 plays as a combination. That's the only tough shot in this rack now for Mr.
Right.
Bustamante.
Alvin Sobremonte watching in Canada. It's 12:52 there in the morning.
But never too late for bacon. You know, myself, my name is Noel Zarate, by the way, with AJ Ong. We are foodies as well.
Yes, that's right.
So when you mention what part of the world you're from, the first thing we think about is what
Is
kind
the
of food you got.
And we have Reynaldo Mendoza na pinapaalala sa atin na mag-ingat po tayong lahat. Medyo tumataas nga ang ating cases ngayon, no?
We are following very strict protocols here where we are.
That's right.
If you notice, my voice is muffled because I am broadcasting with a mask on.
Yeah. Mahirap man, pero kailangan gawin.
For it gets pretty difficult to breathe after about an hour of talking straight, but this is the protocol.
Benjamin Mauricio, shout out to you. And from Croatia.
Oh, there you go. You can do it, AJ. You can do it, AJ.
Veran Nizik
Nizic
Nizic.
or Nijic. I think
Veran
it's
Nizic.
Nijic. Am I right? Nijic.
Veran Nizic
I
from
think
Croatia.
it's Nijic though. So he's probably going to correct us.
Nizic.
Yeah, if it's a Z, it might be Nijic.
Yeah. And hello to you, Joel Wenger.
Good afternoon from the Philippines, sir.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, Francisco jumped up after that shot on the 7. Looks like he miscued again.
Oh, from Stamis Pool.
Mhm.
Gyros and Ozo
Gyros. Opa. Opa, yes.
on me.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Come on, let's go.
Ozo.
Ozo, yeah.
Yeah, Ozo.
They also have the Greek salad that they have as well. Is pretty phenomenal. It's got walnuts and cheese.
Don't start on me, man. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, walnuts, cheese, and
I haven't
olives.
eaten.
No, but that's the best one. That salad's got walnuts, cheese, olives. Sometimes they have chicken chunks in it too.
From Francis Wegner.
Yeah,
Cold Uzo all the way.
that's it. Is Django gonna bank? I didn't quite hear what he was gonna do. He's gonna bank. Instead of saying good shot, our referee says nice shot. Francisco to tie.
That's right.
4-all.
For all. Antonio Lining and Francisco Bustamante. Gutom na talaga ako. Kakabasa
I
dito.
don't remember anybody calling Mr. Bustamante Francis though.
Francis, just Francis.
He's not called Francis. You got to show that clip when there was a tournament where there was actually an exhibition match before. I think this was in 2001 when referee Nigel Reese and Michaela Tab went up against the broadcasters Jim Weish and I think it was Alan Richardson. And Francisco was the referee.
Yeah. At saka nakapang siya.
He was wearing the referee
outfit.
outfit. And he was when there would be a ball in hand, he would actually put the ball where it needed to be, and he would tell Michaela Tap, "No, you shoot it there."
Yeah. You guys better check it out.
That's funny.
Funny, very
It's
funny
really
video.
funny. Ball on the break now for Francisco Bustamante, brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. Object ball is the 2, and the key shot here is really from the 3 to the 4. Because the 4 does pass the 5 and the 6 on either pocket. It just depends on how he does it.
Napanood na raw ni Robin Hood Cruz yun.
That's really funny. It's really funny stuff. You imagine Bustamante is your referee. And the funnier part was guys like Tony Drago, they were the commentators. The players were the commentators.
Yun. Very, very funny. Ako ata nag-share sa'yo nun, di ba?
Yeah, but I saw it even before you shared. I think I saw it about 5 years ago, but it's really cool.
Si Michaela Tab, actually, sabi mo, di ba, is champion sa
Yeah,
8 ball.
8 ball. If not
champion.
European, world might be in. I think I'm more keen. She might be the European 8 ball champion.
Marian Cajes, he's being called Busty
Boosty
in
yes.
the U.S.
No, that's also. I think it was, if not Sid Waddell. I think Sid Waddell started calling him Boosty when Sky Sports got the rights to the World Championships in the early part of the millennium.
Pero merong ibig sabihin din yon.
Oh,
Pag binasa mo ng iba.
Yeah, well, that's I have to apologize for my partner's line of thinking on that subject.
Boosty or, Boosty.
Yeah,
Busty.
Boosty. There was actually a player in the NBA before. His name was was this Jeff Hornacek?
Wow, look at that shot.
Yeah, that's a fantastic bank shot.
Yeah.
Cleared everything up. There was a player in the NBA before. His name was Jeff Hornacek. And one of the Utah Jazz announcers used to just call him Horny. Horny with the ball.
What?
Yeah. Really? That's I'm sure all you basketball fans would remember the name of the Utah Jazz announcer who just called him Horny.
And from Norman Santos again, shout out to Roldan Largo, sorry. Roldan Largo,
Good
who's
afternoon.
watching in New Zealand right now.
Good afternoon. I think it's nighttime in New Zealand now, right? In Auckland and Wellington.
And from Nick Patrick, Sid Waddle
Sid Waddell.
Waddell.
Yeah.
Sid Waddell was the best caller commentator ever.
But did you know he didn't know much about billiards until he got the job? He was actually a darts commentator. Sid
Pang darts
Waddell.
siya.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the most colorful voices. Actually, one of my I would consider him one of my top 5 favorite broadcasters of all time. Sid Waddell passed away, I think, in 2014.
Yeah. Sabi nga ni Mark Anthony Serrano.
I don't know if Django can see the whole of this 6. He's just gonna go bank the thing. Doesn't matter now. Table's too wide open. So he's just gonna play a bank into the side. Oh, he missed it.
May placing pa dito.
Yeah, that's the intention really. He just called it on the side just in case.
Nice shot.
So in the Philippines, we call this tawid dagat, which means you need to cross the ocean.
Oh yeah, and in Chicago, they were saying Jordan's horny all the time.
Oh, well. I'm sure that's a different story too. You and AJ should meet, really. Who said that?
Stamis.
All right, Stanis.
From Greece.
Okay, you and AJ should actually get together. You have the same wavelength.
From Gumantang or Gumtang. We miss the round girls. Baka sa finals, no? Baka
I don't
nandito
see
sila sa
any of them in
finals.
the building. You know, if you really miss them so much, we could just give their clothes to AJ and he can just do it. You know, just imagine. Use your imagination. This may sell
Sell
out.
out,
Oh,
it's a
that was
sellout.
close, though. It's a good effort by.
Sell out on the side.
That's a good effort by Nikoy.
And from Rochelle Panganban. Shoutout dito sa kanyang husband na si Brad Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, Brad
Good
Gibson
afternoon,
and Rochelle.
Brad. Yeah. Thank you for watching our stream. How many people are on right now? This
We are currently we have 909.
Yeah, you should be. You should tell your friends to drop everything and watch this match. You're gonna learn so much if you.
Oh.
Okay, may Django missed the 8.
A miss on the 8 by Django Bustamante.
He was so concerned about his preparation for the 9 that the object ball was taken for granted.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, Nikoy did not think he would be back at the table in
that's
this rack.
right. That's right.
We are tied at 4 right now. In this race to 8, both of them halfway to the goal, but who actually makes it to the goal? That's the question. It's got to be the more consistent player. Nikoy might want to consider using an extension here, not in terms of time, because there is no time limit, but just to get a good grip on this one. Well, it looks like he's still okay, though.
For a 1-rack lead.
He's still good.
Still good, yeah. Ariel Yap from Sweden. Good afternoon.
Good evening to you in Sweden. I got our Filipinos watching from all over the world as well. For those of you asking about the prize money, I'm not privy to it right now. I'm sure there is, but we just don't know how much is at stake. But we do know that this is a very prestigious event where the players are they actually joined 32 of them to start with.
Marian Cajes is asking kung anong tawag kay Nicoy Lining.
His name is Nikoy, really.
Yeah.
That's his moniker. John McDonald tried to call him the Silver Lining.
Yun nga. And Silver Lining, 5 games to 4.
And he will be breaking in rack number 10.
And of course, before that, we would like to thank our sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao. Kay Karex Kayanong ng target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz. Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Tehatista and Llamarista Sports Bar in Timog, Quezon City. Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Ropa Commercial, Billiard Planet, and Hard Time Sports Bar.
Nico leading now to break here in rack number 10. He is leading 5-4 this race to 8 winners break semifinals of the Hard Times 10 Ball Cup. And this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. And speaking of Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, if you're interested to find out what they're all about, you can reach them on their Viber number. The Viber number is 0995-175-6645. For our international audience, that Viber number, if you do use Viber, is +63995 175-6645. Still an issue here with this layout. After he gets the 3, he's got to be perfect on this 4. Oh, he's calling. There's still a 2 ball. I didn't see the 2. So he's going for a 3 ball combination here. 2, 10 to the 3. No problem. And now he doesn't need to do anything because the 2 and 10 have lined up. Francisco Bustamante. This shot to tie things up once again.
Lorenzo Ruiz, who's waiting in the final. It's Jeffrey Ignacio.
Oh, Django just double clutched. Looks like it slipped from his hand. He's going to recalibrate. It happens to the best of them.
Yeah.
He almost miscued. There you go.
Okay.
So we are tied at 5.
Tied at 5. That's right.
We're going to have a player's timeout right now with the score tied at 5 apiece. Just stay with us here. This is a player's timeout. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Stay tuned.
Back with us here at our continuing coverage of the Hard Times 10 Ball Cup semifinals between Antonio Lining and Francisco Bustamante. This is Noel Zarate, still alongside AJ Ong. And our legendary referee, the Maestro, Ramon Mistica, making sure that everything is in order before Bustamante breaks here in rack number 11. We are tied at 5 apiece. Thank you to our fans who have stuck around from the Western Hemisphere. 1 ball on the break. And I was talking to both gentlemen outside. They were saying that it's so difficult to make a ball on the break here. They've actually charted it already. Of the breaks that they've done, they've only had 1 successful make. This is the only successful make, or the second successful make for Django off the break. The whole match so far.
Yeah, and ayun, nag-chat sa akin si Livan Corteza, dikit laban ni Silver Lining versus Django.
Lee Van Corteza, of course. We're going to do him a favor right now and say hi to our friends from Divini Q's in the U.S. Oh, that's going to scratch. Tried to play a safety behind the clump of balls. Bustamante gives ball in hand now to Lining.
Joel Borromeo, sabi niya, nasan ng laban? Tagal naman.
We had a player's timeout actually.
Yes, oo. Nag-break itong si Idol Django.
We look for his coffee.
Nagkape.
So Lining mapping this out. All of the balls almost on that rail. Getting from the 2 to the 3 here with ball in hand will be the first order of business now for the 57-year-old.
We have a good news
What
from
is this?
Livan Corteza.
Yes, Levan Cortez. What's the good news?
Malapit na yung Magus Pizza natin.
Where is it, Van
Sa
Van?
27.
Oh
Sa
my gosh.
27.
Ganto na lang, Van Van. Punta ka na lang dito ngayon. Wala naman traffic eh. Four ball does pass the six.
Ayan, sinabi ko, binabangkit ka namin sa live. Baka mag-online mamaya itong si Livan.
Yeah, I'm sure Levan Cortez at the Slayer has a lot of fans watching from the Western Hemisphere and from the Philippines as well. So occasionally the pros do drop in. We had Jericho Banyares trying to share some jokes yesterday
Yes, oo nga.
in the comment section.
Nakisali rin sa ano, no?
Jeffrey
Kulitan.
Ignacio. Jeffrey Ignacio. Baset mo kay Bat occasionally comes in as well. The Filipino pros. I would love to have some of our international players come in to join the chat if they could.
Ayun, nanonood pala si Livan live.
Levan Corteza is watching us with us right now.
Yes, the Slayer.
Getting from the 5 to the 6. That didn't sound too good, but he still got the result he wanted. Nikoy leaning could be on the verge of cleaning this up. And if he does that, he'll take a 6-5 lead in this race to 8. This is pretty good navigation of what looked to be a problematic layout. And this all started on the scratch by Francisco Bustamante when he tried to play a safety behind what looked to be a good line of balls that he could hide. Yeah, straight in on the 9 here.
Yeah, he's going to draw back for the 10 on the side.
So Nikoy Leaning now takes a 6-5 lead in this race to 8, and he will be breaking in rack number 12.
And of course, we would like to thank Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, All About the Process, Dehadista, and Llamadista Sports Bar in Timog, Quezon City. Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layer Tips, Billiard Planet, Rapa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar.
So Nikoy Leaning 3 or 2 wins away from a place in the final against Jeffrey Ignacio. Moving to the side of this table now to break. This break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Rapa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar, and he still can't figure it out. He hits his stick on the table.
Nothing again.
It's starting to infuriate him right now that he can't make anything on the break. He's only made one successful break. Now Bustamante has a problem here with a bunch of balls clumped together. The 3 ball is obstructed everywhere. He can bank the 1, prep for the 2, but getting from the 2 to the 3. Not quite sure if the 3 passes the 8. Heading up to the corner pocket, as you can see from our top view. If it does, if it does, then getting to the 4 will be the next order of business.
Looks like the 4 could go as well.
Oh, into the same corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, he's going to bank the 1. Get good position on the 2. Might actually land right next to the 2. Comes up way short, though. He wanted it to be about a foot further up. Looks like the rail killed his spin.
Well, another bank perhaps, or a safety would
No,
do.
he's probably going to take this on into the corner pocket. Or he's going to play safe, yeah. Because he does have a lot of hiding spots up there. But the question is, did he find any of them? Looks like the 7 ball got the cue ball anyway.
King against, sabi niya, nothing. Nothing on the break.
That's right. These Shark fans are ridiculously crazy, too. Especially our regulars.
Yeah. And my dad is online. The
Zimatarsi.
Zimatarsi.
We have a Zimatarsi sighting online.
Sabi ni JR Kalinisan, deadly pa rin ang pocketing ni Sir Nicoy.
Of course.
That's right.
That's what makes him elite. He's going to get away with this one? No. 2 ball goes into the corner pocket, and that's a foul because it didn't hit a rail after contact. So ball in hand, this even makes it worse for Nicoy now. And look, Ramon Mystica just put the ball where it should be.
Yeah.
To execute the shot.
And look at this. Sabi ni Pawix del Rosario, 6 out of 6 na ang doblete ni Django.
You know, he's one of the best bank shot artists, if not the best bank shot artist in the world.
That's right.
That's what makes him elite also when it comes to one pocket.
And good afternoon to Doc Nikki Ang.
Yeah,
Doc Enrico.
Doc Nikki probably watching us from the emergency room right now.
Eto na, nagsisibalikan ng ating mga viewers like
Bring
si
it on.
Annie Anopol.
Yeah.
Yan, si Sir Rommel Surebreed, AJ Zuma, Cromwell Banyares, sabi niya shout out sa Antipolo players.
Yeah.
Baka kamag-anak to ni
Should be
Jericho.
because Jericho's from Antipolo
as well. Yeah, that's right.
Django's got ball in hand and he's going to play this opening shot left-handed.
Aldrich Fidel, shout out sa'yo from Hawaii.
Now he's going to try to drop in on the 4 and get it in the same pocket as he just put in the 2. He's not straight, so he should be okay. No, he tried to spin it back. It's going to come up short, though. Oh, he was straight then. Francisco's going to have to play a safety here on the 4, but the side pocket is getting bigger. Just needs to avoid the side pocket now. He barely avoids the side pocket.
Good safety though. Sabi ni JR Kalinisan, straight pull naman sana ang susunod.
Do you have any idea how long that's going to take?
Ome Castillo watching in UAE. Good afternoon. And si Tochi Azares nagpapa-shoutout kay Ben Lanozo. Bilyar pambato ng Sotanghon Street sa Valenzuela.
Ooh, that would have been a great kick. Is he gonna sell it out? He did. So Nikoy leaning in trouble here in this rack. Django looking good to tie things up right now. The 8-9 plays as a combination. The 6 can be played anywhere else. Getting to the 5, no problem. It does pass the 7 ball. So Django's already looking ahead, because the 6 barely squeezes past the 8 and the 9. It's really the 8 and the 9 that are aligned. Now he's in between here. It's either he overshot that or it came up short, but he's in between shots here now.
Malakas na mahinang tira.
Banking doesn't really solve anything here. If he tries to cut it into the corner, which is what he's looking at right now, he's going to call the bank on the side. Wonder where the cue ball is going to wind up, though.
He needs to go around the 10 or bounce one rail on the short rail.
It's his first miss on a bank, thanks to our friend who kept the stats.
Ayan, si Pawix
Yeah.
del Rosario.
That's his first miss there. And he would have also landed weird on the 6. Now again, the question is, does the 6 pass the 8 and the 9? Because if it does, that solves everything.
Siguro pasayad kakayanin. Pero mukhang alanganin pa
It
rin.
doesn't look like it, right?
Oo nga mukhang alanganin pa rin. Shoutout sa lahat ng players ng bilyar dito sa Puerto Princesa from AJ Zuma.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
And we have the Pharaoh in the house.
Yeah. Raymond Faraon.
Faraon.
It's hard to recognize him without his pharaoh outfit.
All right. And shoutout naman dito kay Lee Jun Barrios. And it's Justin, Mr. Fargo, Sylvia. Pain. You taught me that word last night.
Yeah, but you're right, right? That's exactly what it was.
And shout out to Rudimar Mojica.
Mr. Lapu Lapu.
Mr. Lapu Lapu.
Yeah, so it looks like Nico is already resigned to the fact that this is an 8-9 combination. Is he straight on this 7, though? Goes around, so a little farther than he wanted it to be. So on the right side of the 8. And
Oh,
that was
misses the
that was always
combination there.
going to be the problem.
Now it's an open layout for Django Bustamante.
That's what Django was also looking at earlier. That's why he had a lot of hesitations with some of the previous shots.
Perfect on the 10.
And we'll be tied at 6 racks apiece.
Balikatan ng laban.
Oops.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
Almost.
That's good.
Alright, muntikan na yun. Mukhang sasayad pa sa kamay niya.
Hey, at this point, we'd like to bring. Let's see if we can bring him in.
Yes, Raymond Faraon.
We got Raymond Faraon.
The
in the
Pharaoh,
building.
yes,
Yeah,
let's welcome the Pharaoh in the house right now. Raymond Faraon.
All right, Raymond Faraon nandito. Kamusta naman?
Eto, okay lang. Talagang nakaugalian ko na manood ng final sa mga sinasalihan ko mga tournaments eh.
Okay. Ano, ba't mo naman ginagawa yun? Para may ma-pick up tayo?
Para nagkaroon ng pagkakataon sa mga susunod pa mga tournament, alam ko na yung pakiramdam ng nasa last day.
Okay, ngayon di ka namin nakausap pagkatapos yung maglaban ni Nicoy kahapon. Ano naman ang mga lessons na napulot mo doon sa laban yun ni Nicoy kahapon?
Ayun, meron akong na-take for granted doon sa laban namin. Ang score namin is 2-all. May pinilit akong tira na palusutin. So nakita ko kasi mabait naman yung butas. Ang problema, sumabit agad. Kaya sumablay. So yun, hindi na ako nagkaroon ng chance ulit na magkaroon ng tira.
Sa pa yan, ano? Yung break mo, napakalakas talaga ng break. Pero ang sela ng mesa pagdating sa break, ano?
Oo, mahirap po magpahulog dito sa mesa na to. Mahirap magpahulog.
Kahit silang dalawa kanina, yun din pinag-uusapan lang. Ang hirap daw makashoot sa break. So,
Mahirap.
dito naman sa laban, nakita natin, balikatan, ano? Tag-anim na silang panalo. Kanino ka ba, sino tingin mo mong llamado rito? Dahil, kahit na ganyan yung score.
Para sa akin kasi parehas naman silang living legend natin. Yan talaga yung mga tinitingala natin, mga player natin. So wala akong masabi kung kanino ako papabor diyan kasi talagang parehas in terms of experience halos parehas lang naman sila.
Ano naman ang sunod mong laban? May parating ka bang torneo? May parating ka bang biyahe? Anong sunod para kay Raymond Faraon?
Sa ngayon kasi dahil pandemic tayo, wala pa talagang schedule sa labas ng bansa.
So ito, pagkakataon mo bumati sa mga kaibigan natin, mas lalo yung mga taga Kamsur.
Binabati ko siyempre yung unang-una yung mga family ko na nasa Kamsur ngayon sa Sipokot Camarines or sa Bicol. At siyempre doon sa mga sumusuporta din sa akin, sa mga naniniwala, maraming salamat doon sa mga nag-aabang.
Iyon.
Ayan, babawi tayo sa susunod. Meron pa namang susunod na event yung Sharks sa Hard Times. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, June yata yun eh. So yun, 64 players yata yun. So abangan po natin yun at supportahan po natin yung event ng Sharks at Hard Times.
Ayan. At ito nga pala, binabati ka ni Robin Hood Cruz. Sana mabati mo siya.
Pilipino ba siya?
Yes, from Australia.
Si Mr. Robin Hood Cruz, salamat sa pagsuporta. Nababasa ko po yung comment nyo right after the game. So, salamat po.
Ayan, sa lahat ng mga PNP boys din na syempre patuloy ang suporta sa The Pharaoh, si Raymond
boys.
Faraon.
Ano po bang meaning nun?
Ayan na nga. Ano daw meaning? PNP pwede nang pumanaw.
Wag naman.
Wag naman daw. Ayun. Wag naman daw kayo pumanaw mga PNP boys.
Ayan.
Alright, maraming salamat, Idol Raymond
salamat
Faraon.
for having me here.
That's right. Ayan.
At sa nga po pala, yung misis ko baka nanonood, shout out sa iyo dyan. Mag-isa ka dyan. Antayin mo ko, malapit na yung bilugaw mo.
Ayun. Ayan ang magandang sagot
Salamat,
dyan.
Raymond.
Alright.
Tama ba mikropono natin? Tama naman, ano?
So that was Raymond Faraon.
Yes, Raymond Faraon. They call him the Pharaoh. Made it all the way to the quarterfinal round, only to be defeated by Antonio Lining. Now, this is Francisco Bustamante about to get on the hill.
7 games to 6.
Yeah.
All right. Francisco Bustamante, Antonio Lining. Will this be a hill battle? Pero bago yan, maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, De Adista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Timog, Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar.
So could this be the final break of the match? Francisco Bustamante will do one last inspection of the racking of our legendary maestro / referee Ramon Mystica. Looks like we're all set to go here in rack number 14. And there's Jeffrey Ignacio. He is waiting in the wings.
Naghihintay na.
He is going to be waiting for who wins in this one to go up against him in the finals. And here's the break, brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. Nothing down on the break, and a shot on the 1-6 combination. Probably the one might even pass for Antonio Lining.
Sabi ni Ome Castillo, kala ko yung PNP ay panot na panot. PNP boys.
For some of them might actually be.
Ayan, so naplag pa ang V Lugaw. Siyempre, nako, dumayo pa ang The Pharaoh
No,
dito
but
para...
You know, that's pretty
para
good
sa
lugaw,
V-Lugaw.
guys. It's really good lugaw.
Yes, at hindi lang lugaw ang binibenta nila dito, mga
The Lupiang
rice meal.
Shanghai is
Oo.
fantastic, and
Nako, that's
I
right.
hear the Bicol Express is divine. The longanisa meals here are phenomenal as well. Nikoy ran into the 3 ball after making the 1, and this gives him a problem on the 2 unless he massays this.
Or jump at this, pero mukhang swerving the
Yeah.
ball is a better option here
Yeah.
for Nikoy.
You have a lot of room for error because you're near the rail as well.
Or maybe does he have enough of the 2? Mukhang hindi naman ata siya hook dito sa 3.
Oh, well, let's hope
Oo.
so. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's playing it
Hindi
inside.
nga.
Slight
Ayun.
swerve. He's still okay.
Still okay, that's right.
If he's... Yeah, if he's not hooked on the 7. He's not frozen on the 7. There is a rail first option if in case he is.
Yun, aba, sabi ni Sean Gracias, PNP, pogi na pogi.
That's true. Also.
Aba, alright.
So it is not frozen on the 7. There's video proof of that.
Sabi ni Sir Jose Haen, daan-daan lang boss, tinatamaan ako.
Good shot going around to the 4. Now what's he gonna do with the 5 ball?
Could be a 5-9 on the side,
Or
could be a 5-10 if he
could be a
wants to.
5-10. That's actually what I'm looking at also. But the 5 does pass the 10. It appears.
If it does, then it solves everything.
Yeah, it passes the 10. He's double checking though.
Ayun, PNP, pioneer ng puyatan. Mautak talaga tong si Robin Hood Cruz. Palakpakan. Alright. So it appears that the 5 does pass this 10 ball. But we shall see. Kaya pa naman natang dayain ito. Palusutin itong 5.
Well, he's playing it into the corner
Yeah. So mukhang kaya nga niyang palusutin itong 5.
and just drop the cue ball behind the 9. You can play the 6 up table, stop it for the 7. And this should be an easy out. This is the key shot here. It looks like it passes the 10. Nikoy knows it could pass the 10, but does it really pass the 10, or does he have to cheat the pocket a bit?
No, that's the question here. Parang ano rin, no?
You may have to cheat.
Nakaka-tempt din yung 5-10
No, I don't think he's
combination.
taking it on.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you still have to cheat this.
Ayun,
You don't have
nicely
to.
done.
Yeah, and he's taking the 6 into the side as well. So he's out here. He's done it. He's gonna send this to a hill match.
Grabe naman, no? Labanan talaga. Balikatan.
2 friends, 2 old friends, 2 guys who were actually born on the same year.
Landed a bit straight on the 7, but I think kaya pa naman tong ipa-drift.
Yeah, if I said
Papuntang
Nikoy's
8.
birthday is in March 9, I actually meant May 9.
May 9.
That's his birthday.
Malapit-lapit na rin. No problem for a lefty. Itong shot on the 8. It's gonna go around. Oh, it's
Just draw it,
draw
yeah.
back. From the way he's queuing, mukhang ano kasi, parang papaikutin
Again, he's
pa.
same as Django.
Yun na nga, hindi mo mape-predict sa ano eh.
He's queuing 4 o'clock, then suddenly he shoots
Yes.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. And this for Hill. 7 all. Nicoy Lining and Francisco Bustamante.
No, it's come down to rack 15
Yun na nga.
in this race to 8.
7 all. They went the distance right now.
And it wasn't because they gave each other racks or anything like that. Their breaks were just, they were struggling with their breaks the whole time.
Yeah.
So Nicoy now sort of has the advantage because he is breaking in rack 15. If he gets a good break, he could run this out.
So, kamusta na kayo dyan? Nako. 1,000 na tayo, mga kaibigan.
Right. More than 1,000 viewers, some from the Western Hemisphere, staying up late or getting up really early to watch this one. Antonio Lining, breaking for a place in the final. And this break brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Rapa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. Two balls.
in. Where's the one going?
He can still make this into the side.
Still makeable, I think, but not an easy starting ball for Antonio Lining.
But that's the only problem he's got.
Actually, yes. Yun na nga. Ito lang uno. Kung sakaling medyo napaganda pa sana, that could be it.
Yeah, but this is his only problem.
And there's the Cobra right there waiting for his next opponent in
He's
the
also,
finals.
He's also waiting for our Lugo.
Oo nga, pwede yan. Mamaya.
You could use some Lugo right around now.
Yun na nga. Sana makapaglugaw tayo mamaya.
Right. So the balance of this entire match hinges on this shot by Nicoy Lining. He's going to play it safe. Behind the 7.
Behind the 7.
Now Django can jump, but he can also use a bottom rail kick. Now he's bringing out the jump cue.
John Fred Gendap. Sabi niya kasali ba si Plong Plong dito mga boss? Who's Plong Plong?
What's his full name?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we're not really adept to what the players' nicknames are. In fact, for the longest time, I didn't know Johan Chua was called Bubwit until like 10 years ago. Or was it 10 years ago or like 5 years ago?
Bubwit?
Yeah, I thought Johan Chua and Bubwit were two different people.
Really?
Until about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, good jump.
Does he sell it out? He does not. Or does he? No.
He
I
has
think
a shot on the 1.
Yeah, 1-8 combination.
Yeah, but for a 1-8 combination.
One unfortunate incident. Nicoy Lining, he gets this one, he's got an open table. Oh!
Sinubukan.
It jammed on him. Now this Bustamante Or can Francisco Bustamante power the 1 in? Or can he combine? Or can he use the 1 to put the 8 in? He's smiling at it. It's like, I can't believe this entire tournament is down to this shot.
I think he's going to try to sneak in a combination.
Oh, yeah. Jordan saying Jumidas Pulpul is plong plong. All right. Now I remember. Yeah, he did not participate in this tournament. I actually don't know where Mr. Pulpul is right now. He's calling the 8.
Yeah, calling the 8 ball. Yun ang sinasabi ko.
On that alone.
Yes, he tried to sneak a combination there. Good job.
But on
Nicely
this,
done.
on that shot alone, it could be that probably decided who the finalist was.
That's right.
That one shot decided who the finalist was. Now Bustamante is making sure of everything.
And now he needs to cue over the 4.
Not as big of a problem now because that 3 ball is pretty much straight in.
Not a problem indeed.
Beautiful clearance. Straight in on the 5. Can actually stop it right there, get the 6 into the side. Bounce 1 rail down to get the 7. And uses follow to get a straighter shot on the 6. Didn't really get what he wanted, but he's still good. Go up and down now. There you go. Or down and up.
Ayan, binigyan na ng tiririt.
Tiririt. Tiririt.
This is it. To advance on the finals, Francisco Bustamante.
There it is, your finalist for the Hard Times 10 Ball Cup, Francisco Bustamante, disposing of his good friend and national teammate Antonio Nicoy Lining after going the full route, 8-7. So we have our finals duel set. It is Jeffrey Ignacio, the guy who's got the cue ball right now, and he'll be going up against Francisco Bustamante in a race to 9 winner's break to determine the winner of the first ever Hard Times 10 Ball Cup. And we will have that match for you very shortly. Stay with us.
Yes, stay with us, mga ka-short
Yeah. We're just going to let these guys warm up a bit, or at least let Jeff Ignacio have a few racks in, and then we will begin the final of the first ever Hard Times 10 Ball Cup. Stay with us.
Stay with us.